Welcome to Victor Von Deem's Bible study, where no one's too far gone to be redeemed. In this series, we go through the Bible in order, picking one verse from one book. Today, we're in Judges. Before Israel had kings, they had judges. And these weren't like courtroom judges. They served more like military leaders and deliverers, among other things. In Judges chapter 6, we're introduced to a great judge of Israel named Gideon. In chapters 7 and 8, we see him lead Israel to a major military victory. And after this victory, Israel wants to make Gideon their ruler, even his son and grandson. And this is the way that Gideon responds. I will not rule over you, and my son will not rule over you. The Lord will rule over you. You were never meant to put all your trust in the people of God or the things of God. If the anchor of your faith is not in God himself, you will continuously be disappointed and let down. In the book of Judges, we see Israel go through a pattern where they cry out for help, God sends them a deliverer, and they're doing good for a little bit, but once that deliverer dies, they go right back to their old ways and forget about God entirely. We see this chronicled in Judges chapter 2. Whenever the Lord raised up judges for them, the Lord was with the judge, and he saved them from the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. For the Lord was moved to pity by their groaning because of those who afflicted and oppressed them. But whenever the judge died, they turned back and were more corrupt than their fathers, going after other gods, serving them and bowing down to them. They did not drop any of their practices or their stubborn ways. In these cases, Israel is not truly following God. They're following the leader that God gave them and the benefits that came with it. How often do we see this happen today? I understand this is a different context, but in a way it reminds me of when somebody leaves Christianity because a pastor or a church let them down or broke their trust. And I can sympathize with them because I've experienced church hurt and I know how deep that pain can be. But in all reality, how can you be mad at God for not fulfilling a promise he never made? Have we ever heard Jesus say the people of God will never let you down or hurt you, when we know that the person who betrayed Jesus was one of his closest friends? And even in John 1:11, it says he came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. God never wanted you to follow flawed man. He wanted you to follow him. The person who led me to Christ doesn't even talk to me anymore. But if your faith is in God, when man disappoints you, you won't be let down because your faith was never in man to begin with. If you will, flip with me to Mark chapter 7. We have an example of Jesus addressing people who are known as the people of God, but these people are not actually known by God himself. This people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men.